Good morning. Son, I'm expecting you to sit down next to me.
I was gonna go to sleep.
Well, this is the reason I put two chairs here and I moved the table. So you could have your feet like you had. But I want you to read with me.
Maybe we should do later.
Mm-hmm.
Pool.
Play running. Pool. Oh, you want to go to the pool?
Yeah. Because I
So-
have a YMCA card,
You do?
and I have money, and you have a card. And Mom opened up the account back again.
For the YMCA?
Yeah.
Alright, then.
I have Mom's card.
Only question about that is, don't they have the swimming pool available like after 6?
After what?
Yeah. Open, something like open gym, open swimming or something?
No, we gotta go now.
Yeah.
Okay.
I did it now and supposed to like an hour and then again. Or like work out or whatever I'm gonna do.
Work out.
Because there's a gym there that's kind of like a pull-up bar, has weights. I like to do things. And they have treadmills. Treadmills are fun. Since one time, on my first time on the treadmill, I wasn't finally allowed there because I got tall enough, or I got old enough. But I was on my first time on the treadmill, and I was going really fast. So when I was done, we were leaving, I got off, and I felt like I was still on the treadmill, and it was like
Mm-hmm.
weird.
Yep. All right, son, so answer this question. Who decides if you're happy or sad?
It's a constant.
You yourself do. Very good. That's the same answer
Weird.
that we have there. And the second question, why do people stay sad?
Why do people stay sad?
Mm-hmm.
Because they want to.
Tony Robbins says that they're watching a sad movie, and sometimes they get into the habit of watching a sad movie. Means in your mind, you're thinking about something that makes you.
Sad.
Mm-hmm. I wrote down that happiness is a time with God, and sadness is when we forget about God. Who knows what A Weekend at Bernie's, the movie, is about? Nobody. I wrote that note down. Black sheets of paper. All right. Here is something we went painting. Very good. We rented a room out, that's why we hear voices. 5 kids. All right, son. Come over here, please. I took this book out of the library. It says, What I Believe. Kids talk about their faith.
I put a necklace on her group back.
Yeah, you're playing with the kitten.
She's like so. What the heck is that? Please. She's old.
All right, son, come on. Let's finish this book. Let's read one story today. Let's put it in gear, son.
For what?
I want you to achieve something this summer. So just go over this book and read it. What I Believe, Kids Talk About Their Faith, by Debbie Holtzclaw Birdseye and Tom Birdseye. Photographs by Robert Crumb.
You already read that.
Yes, I did.
Again.
So now it's your turn.
Come on.
All right, when I wake up in the morning, I want you to have finished playing with the cats. You're only playing with them because you're off the computer.
No, You, I want you to read.
You don't want to read?
Yeah.
All right, I'll start it. And you guess the word that I don't mention. 6 students aged 12 or 13 candidly discuss their feelings about their blank beliefs.
Religious beliefs.
Yes. Janina is a Hindu, Nin a Buddhist, Carmel a Jew, Alex a Christian, Ali a Muslim, and Kayla a Native American. They describe in their own words a little bit about themselves and their interests, their views on blank and prayer.
Their views on what and prayer?
God and the prayer. The ways in which they worship and the impact that religion has on their daily
Daily rituals?
lives. Very good. Rituals is a good word. This book shows a perspective of the richness and diversity of America's religious life. This is a book introduction. This is a book about blank, but not religion on a grand scale.
Beliefs?
Yes, religion. You will find no detailed passages of religious history here. Instead, it's an opportunity for you to go beyond the who, what, where, and why of religion and arrive at a very individual who.
Huh?
Well, it says what, when, where, why of religion, and you will arrive at the individual who, or the individual. You will meet personally 6 kids from 6 different religious backgrounds. This book is about what they believe. And the copyright is 1996. All right, Janani. I am 12 years old and go to middle school. I play the violin and piano. I like to read and write, ride my bike, and go for walks. I like math too. It's a hobby of mine. I am a Hindu. Some people think that in Hinduism we have a lot of separate gods, but we don't. Do you believe they don't, or do you believe they do?
Well, she says they don't.
Yeah, because I heard another time that in one family they could have 25 different gods. Well, let's continue. To me, God means one superior being who takes many different forms that symbolize many different things. There are gods that represent the forces of nature, like wind and rain.
Oh, well, there you go. Now she believes in God?
Mm-hmm.
A liar.
No, she believes in one supreme God that takes a different form. There are gods that symbolize love, knowledge, and prosperity.
But there you go. She says gods. Yeah,
That is right.
This Krishna has like a million faces or something.
Yes.
I can't really figure out exactly, but it's the same idea in transcendentalism, like the oversoul, that we all are a smaller part of the bigger thing. I don't know. Just they think like nature and everything is one.
It reminds me of the ocean and how one drop of water combined with so many makes the ocean. But we're all like one individual drop. There are gods that symbolize love and prosperity. Love, knowledge, and prosperity. There is a god with an elephant's head who removes all obstacles. There's a monkey god too. And God takes on 10 different incarnations just to wipe out evil. Hello? Hello?
Now, did you notice I left?
Yes, and came back, but don't surprise me like that. You could trigger a response. Hi-ya! Ah! Gave me a heart attack, boy. Yeah, right? Don't surprise me. God has a male half and an equally powerful female half.
What?
Neither one can survive without the other. I think it, when I'm talking about God, instead of he or she, that's a comforting to me because it's equal.
Whoa, she says like, thank you, it. Because she doesn't want to say
That's very good that you just said that.
better.
In Hinduism, we have many festivals and ceremonies to help me to understand how all the aspects of God tie together. They also help me to sort out all the beliefs and how those beliefs apply to me. My parents and grandparents have given me a lot of ideas about how to think about.
God?
I believe that God is everywhere and nowhere because the whole universe is contained inside of God. And God is in the whole universe. God is in each one of us and knows everything that we are doing. So God sees, feels, and hears all that I do and knows everything about me. Now that part I like. There is nothing that God does not know. To get close to God or to communicate with it, some people do yoga meditation. That's where you just sit for 10 or 15 minutes and remove all thoughts from your mind. Are you able to do that? Me either. I always have a thought. You are supposed to be practically unconscious. She wrote unconsciousness. Unconscious and sitting up.
Hold up. How are you supposed to remove all thoughts when you're going to have at least one thought? Removing all thoughts.
It takes a whole lifetime. And the idea is it takes several lifetimes.
Mm-hmm.
And in the end, you just cease to exist. To extinct. It's their idea of having.
You know why? Because the one thought is there will be no more thoughts. But that's the thought.
No, it's beginning meditation. It's on everybody. Everybody's always compelled by their energy to like go get up and eat, like we're like on automatic, and even to the point where thoughts come into people's heads, and you can't really control them. But this way, if you try to not have a thought, you'll immediately see within a moment or two that you're thinking. And then you just keep on trying, and I've never gone crazy. But I love that idea. And then, the one big thing is breathing. That's why I like that one hop.
Win Hop!
Everybody's breathing in and out, and you never think about it. You're doing it all the time, every day, in your sleep. Always. Some people have breathing. So it's good. That's what they say. The first thing you just focus on your breathing. Right?
Focus on your breathing. When the thoughts come, this chair is uncomfortable. Just breathe in life, out death. What? Come on back. When you sit and do yoga, this helps you concentrate, relax, and concentrate on God. I try to do it, but yoga doesn't work for me. It's very difficult. I can't stop thinking about things. I have managed to meditate while reciting prayers, though. I have respect for God. I say prayers when I'm thankful for things and before I go to sleep. I pray whenever I want God to help me get through something or do well on a test. I don't say, God, if you'll do this, then I'll do that. Because that would be bribing God.
Let's make a deal, God.
Let's make a deal.
How about I don't destroy you? Send you to help.
I don't think that God works for anybody if you don't believe in it. If you just say, God, please remove all my obstacles without being sincere, God's not going to do anything. You have to really believe that you can surmount those obstacles. God will make you better at what you do only if you work at it. In the Hindu religion, we believe in reincarnation and a concept called karma. Everybody is held responsible for their actions or karmas. In their next life, they are rewarded or punished for their deeds. So in the end, you never get away with anything bad. I think I was in somebody else's body before, or in something's form, although I haven't the slightest idea what. When I die, my soul will be born in another form, which will pay for my sins in this life. I don't think God is offended by any mistakes that I might make, as long as I repent for them. Something that would be offensive to God, though, would be praying to it and expressing devotion to it without having any real devotion. God expects me to be honest with it. And here she is sitting in a prayer posture. In Hinduism, yoga meditation is used as a means to better communicate with God. Here she is playing the violin. Here she is with her mother, her grandfather, and her grandmother. They're wearing traditional East Indian dress.
Hey, Bert.
Yeah.
Agüita and Fluffy are a big thing.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. It took me a while. Deanna said that she noticed that I really liked him. But he like swiped at her, so don't want to watch.
Nah, she switched later.
The girls have a dot in their forehead. The grandpa doesn't. Grandma has a ring on her nose. Not a ring, an earring. I don't believe God ever begins, and I don't think that God ever. To say that would be like putting a date on God. I believe that God is just infinite in both directions. I like to think of it that way because it's very comforting. God is always there to take care of me. To put it another way, then I know that God won't run out of fuel. That's my picture of my religion. I understand that other religions have different ideas about what happens. I respect their pictures too. Alright, so we read about Hinduism and karma. What is reincarnation according to her? That's correct.
Fluffy is almost as big as me. He's
That's-
like half the body.
Anthony's picking him up and like, oh my god.
He fell.
Yeah, his cat is half the size of his kid. Tried to pick up a tiger, baby tiger.
Yeah. God bless you and those that surround you. Let's do another book on another video.